This motherfucker, man. This fucking piece of shit. Okay, listen. I fucked up. I forgot. I forgot that you asked to do the show today. I forgot that I didn't respond to you. I thought that I already had. And then I forgot, and I drank a really potent weed seltzer. And I was like dreading having to go on in this state. And then I get a text from Alex, like the fucking grace of God. The angels came down, like, oh, here's the fucking solution to your problem. Alex sends me a text and he's like, oh, buddy, looks like we're not doing the show. My power's out indefinitely. And I'm like, yes, we crisis avoided. And then I get a fucking I'm settled in and locked into editing the mocast with half of my brain shut down with a podcast in the background, and I get a text from Alex saying, oh, my fucking power's back on. Fucking gay. God damn
You could
it.
have said
How dare
no.
you, how dare you break the power and then fix it, you son of a bitch.
You could have said no. You could have said I'm moved on to better things. You could have said I hate you. I don't want to be your friend
I
anymore.
hate you. The podcast is over.
Send me the gif of Andy playing with Woody. I don't want to play with you
I don't want to
anymore.
play with you
I
anymore.
I don't want to record with you anymore. Bro, Pokopia has taken over. It's like Minecraft all over again. Bro, I'm so sorry that
They
the
combined your
previous shits.
autism. It's the fucking
It
Powerpuff
is. It
Girls.
is. I'm
Fucking
going and getting.
they
I
put
just got
sugar
Pichu.
spice and everything nice, and fucking factor autism extra ingredient in there.
Bro, I have it. I have 45 hours in this game already, and I haven't even
What the
touched.
fuck,
Bro, I'm terraform.
Alex?
I'm building
How long has
houses
this
for the
game been
Pokemon.
out? This game has been out for like a week, hasn't it?
Yes, it came out last Thursday, a week from
What the
yesterday.
fuck? How do that's insane.
That's a full-time job. By the way, that's a full-time job. This was my second job this
I have
past
less
week.
hours in Scarlet and Violet than you have in Pokopia.
That's not good. I have 452 hours. I have 10 times as many hours as you in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, no, I just played the campaign and then I never played it again.
That's fucking wild. No shiny hunting, no DLC, no
I don't do
nothing.
shiny hunting. I don't have the fucking brain capacity for that shit. The DLC I will do. I
Oh my
was catching
fucking
up on
god.
the
Oh my
I
god.
was catching up on the Switch Pokemon games, but then ZA came out, and that's been all of my Switch Pokemon activity has been playing ZA because I loved it so much. But once I finish this DLC, I will probably go back to the Sword and Shield DLC, which is what I was working on before ZA came out, and then I'll do the Scarlet and Violet DLC.
Oh my fucking god. Not even a true Pokemon fan. Not even a real
I
Pokemon fan.
know. I'm the realest Pokemon fan there is, okay? I'm the fucking reclusive nerd, the true fan, where I always had two consoles and two games as a kid. I played by myself, and my goal was to beat the game, to go on my Pokemon journey. I didn't do any of that fucking gay, shiny hunting shit. I wasn't catching them all. That took too long, and you couldn't even really do it unless you had fucking all the versions, and you were insane. I just play the game, dog. And in this modern era, it's easier to do multiplayer stuff, and occasionally I'll fuck around with that type of shit. Perhaps this new hide and seek thing would be enjoyable in Scarlet and Violet, but largely I have not done that yet. The thing from the DLC.
It's a lot of fun.
Uh,
That like 50 of the hours that I have are probably just playing hide and seek with Vivian, Penguin, and Gingy.
and that does seem interesting. But prior to that introduction, and still, as far as I know, because I haven't played with the hide and seek thing yet, Sword and Shield definitely had the leg up in as far as multiplayer is concerned. It was also its only redeeming factor because I hated the campaign of Sword and Shield. But it was like at least these Dynamax adventure things and raids are fun.
I don't know.
I feel
I
like
didn't
raids.
like
I feel like raids
Dynamax
aren't as fun in
Adventures.
Scarlet and Violet as they were in Sword and Shield. I don't know what it is.
They tried to it's basically how like the sequel is never better than the original.
Yeah, something about they nailed it the first time and then they changed it up and it just wasn't as good. It's true.
Like the 5 and 6 star raids with like ribbons and shit, like ribbons on your Pokemon or like whatever it was fucking called. It was a cool concept. I never took part in any of that because it requires 4 whole friends.
Heh.
Like you need perfect IV, fully viable smoke on stats, everything in order to do these 7 star raids with 4 people bringing the optimized Pokemon. It's so fucking stupid. Like we tried to do the one, and it just like I was like, this is fucking dumb. I hate this. I'm not doing it. Welcome to Detour Ahead. I'm Alex. That's Riley.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Yeah,
Man,
Scarlet and Violet's
oh,
multiplayer features. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna go back to the power company and rant about that for a minute.
Okay, well, yeah, just to table that for just a second. Scarlet and Violet. The thing about Scarlet and Violet is when its multiplayer got like announced and like showed off for 5 seconds in whatever trailer, I was so excited, and then it came out and I was like, wait, there's no point to this. What the fuck? Because like the most like obvious shit in the world is yeah, if you're gonna exist in the same world, you should be able to walk up to each other and do some sorts of activities such as battling or trading, maybe a mini game or two. They used to do that back in the day. But you just can't do anything. You just exist together,
It's
and
like
that's
an
it.
MMO. It was like the dumbest shit possible. Like I
But even
hated
in an
it.
MMO, you can like challenge another player to PvP. Like you can't do anything in Scarlet and Violet. It's so stupid.
Oh, Scarlet and Violet? I thought you were talking about the Sword and Shield where you could see a whole bunch of people.
Oh, well, I mean that too, but Scarlet and Violet was that way as well.
No, you couldn't see other players in Scarlet and Violet.
You can see them, but you couldn't do anything with them. All it was seeing them.
Oh, in the general multiplayer, yeah, but you can progress through
Yeah.
the story together and find Pokemon together and stuff. It was much better than Sword and Shield. Sword and
Yeah,
Shields was like an
Sword and Shield
MMO.
I don't even think about Sword and Shield. That was like just like a dumb little aside. Nobody even thinks about that part of Sword and Shield anymore. The raids are the only thing that makes the wild area important.
But I don't know. Are you
But
gonna
it's
get?
just like I thought all that you needed was to be able to walk up to each other and pull up like a text box that says like battle trade, like and like the fact that there wasn't even that, it was like man, they really just like fucked this part up.
I don't know. Scarlet and Violet was very fun. I've considering it's my most
I
played
loved it.
Pokemon game of all time.
I, I loved it. Again, I kind of hard dropped it after I played it, but I think that's just because I had such a great time that like I reached the ending, and I said goodbye to my friends, and that was the end of the game, and it was a beautiful time. I was thoroughly shocked by how much I enjoyed Scarlet and Violet. Obviously, it was it was it was kind of a mixed bag because like Sword and Shield was fucked. It was bad. BDSP was fucked. But Legends Arceus was amazing. So Scarlet and Violet comes and it's like, okay, they're trying new shit. That's Legends Arceus esque. That's a good sign. But the last time they made a new main generation game, it didn't go so well.
I enjoyed Sword and
But
Shield. What do you like looking back? Sword and Shield was a great introduction to the Switch as a mainline game.
I think it is the by a significant margin the most like sauceless, boring Pokemon campaign. Like the region's not bad aesthetically. I like the
What the fuck are you
Pokemon,
talking about?
but it's just it's so by the numbers and fucking boring, and like there's no attention brought to anything, and the whole fucking plot just all happens at the end of the game basically. Like,
What's the plot of Red and Blue?
okay, fucking ooh.
No, no, no. I'm serious. You're making accusations, and I'm trying to get you
Okay,
like
maybe Sword and Shield technically has a more in-depth plot than Red and Blue, a Game Boy RPG
Gold
from
and Silver.
1997. There you go. Gold and Silver. No, they started to get deeper for Gold and Silver. I feel like they kind of they explored characters who we knew, their futures. They
Diamond, Pearl,
explored
Platinum.
the innards of Diamond Pearl and Platinum have an amazing story. What are you talking
What's the
about?
story?
The story of Diamond Pearl Platinum is that there's a guy named Cyrus who wants to fucking warp time and space to create his own fucking world. And you have to stop him by traveling to the fucking peak and capturing the god of time or space. It's awesome.
You know, all of that happens with the you talk to Cyrus two, maybe three times,
but
and then
it's
everything
all like
climaxes,
it's
and then
all
the
an
game's over.
unfolding conspiracy, Alex. They don't hit you with it all at
No,
once. It's
they
you meet
do.
Team Galactic. They're doing all sorts of things, and you wonder what their end game might be. And then fucking Cyrus shows up, and he's like, "I'm capturing all the legendary Pokemon. You're fucked. It's over." And you have to stop him from summoning Satan or the God of Time or the God of Space.
I don't know. I still think the most in-depth storytelling that the Pokemon company's ever done was Gen 7, Sun and Moon.
I mean, I feel like Gen 7 I rank higher for like a multitude of reasons. But I feel like as like a narrative, from like a straight up narrative perspective, and you don't agree with this because you played these games and hated them and didn't give them a proper chance. But I'd say Gen 7's only competitor in that regard is Gen 5.
Gen 5 as a standalone game, black and white, maybe not. But because they made Black and White 2, it enhances the first one.
I mean, Black and White even, but yeah, with Black and White 2 definitely helps. Because I mean, Black and White even standalone is probably one of the most memorable stories in Pokemon
I mean,
history. Just like the arc of N is probably like one of the best character stories ever told in Pokemon.
there's that, but like with the introduction to Legend ZA, basically X2 and Y2 were Pokemon Z. It's a 5 years in the future, and it's a continuation of the story of what happened with
I
AZ
mean,
and the
yeah,
Floette and everything. It's a
I love that story
continuation,
too.
so
That's probably up there too. You know, that's actually you make a good point. Legend ZA I think is another seat at that table of potential best story. It's Sun and Moon, Black and White, and Legend ZA, I think, are the three biggest contenders.
I think Scarlet and Violet on the surface is a very, very good game.
I
It's
think the gameplay loop is immaculate. As a guy who is the I want to do boss fights guy, the fact that there's a badge for every type and there's all these unique types of boss battles was awesome. I loved Scarlet and Violet. They're right in the middle for me. When I do the generation rankings of the main games of each generation, they're number 5 out of 9. They separate the top. They're right in the middle of the top four and bottom four,
what are the
which
top
is a
four?
huge jump up from the previous generation, which is the bottom.
I don't know.
My top four.
I think you're too harsh on Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield for maybe story wise it wasn't great, but like gameplay wise, it was a visually great game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like aesthetically, it was very pleasing. I like the soundtrack there, and I like the multiplayer a lot. Like,
And the
it's not a
characters, you
bad
have to look at
game.
the
It's a
characters
good
too. The
game at the
characters
end of the
that they
day.
introduced. The
I
characters
don't.
that they introduced
Marnie
were
was
good though.
cool. That's about it. Like
Leon, Hop, Bede.
Leon's kind of cool, but kind of one note. Bede, okay. Bede's pretty cool. Hop, Hop is kind of just depressing. I don't know how I feel about his arc where you just like crush his dreams. Because the thing is, like, you crushed Blue's dreams, but Blue was an asshole. Hop's just like a nice guy, and you're just like, fuck you. You'll never be anything because I'm better than you. And he's just like, oh, okay. I guess I'll go be a professor or something.
Speaking of Galar, do you think the Legends Galar game we're probably most definitely going to get is going to be in the past?
Yes, I think we. I mean, I don't know how much of the leaks you read, but considering we're talking about
None.
Legends Galar, well, then how'd you know about Legends Galar? That's part of the leaks.
I don't read the leaks. The leaks come to me.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
yeah, it
don't
is in the past.
I don't
I
hunt
think
out I don't
I
hunt
don't
out
remember.
leaks. I don't hunt out information about games that I haven't played. If it
I
comes
don't
across
remember
my
the
desk,
exact info. I don't remember the exact info, and I don't know if we even got any more context than this. But I think it was said that it was in the past, and the story kind of centers around the creation of the first Dynamax Pokeball, like the giant Pokeball that does Dynamax.
interesting.
But you asked me my top four generations. Let's not jump over that question because I want to know yours too. So coming in at number four, fittingly, is Gen 4. I am a big Platinum fan more than anything, but Diamond and Pearl and BDSP aren't bad. It's just that they get mogged in every way by Platinum. And then number three, Gen 7, great games. I'm glad that Penguin Mage made me give them another chance after I was unfair and cruel to them in my fucking Halcyon youth when I was a fool, when I was but a young fool. Penguin Mage showed me the light, and now I understand that Sun and Moon are some of the greatest Pokemon games to ever grace the earth. Number three, very good. Number two, Gen 6, X and Y. Big fan. A lot of people don't give X and Y its due, but I think X and Y are fucking amazing games. I consider them my favorite for a long time. And they're number two now, but I still adore them. And then number one, folks, it's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place. A brand new attitude. But you still gotta catch them all and be the best that you can be. Pokemon Johto, baby. Gold, silver, and crystal. Top tier. S class. Chef's kiss. Not only my favorite Pokemon game, my favorite video game of all time. Gen 2 Pokemon, fucking perfect.
Okay. Um, it'd have to be Gen 7's on the top 100% by like a very wide margin.
You always do this where even when I go right before you and show you the right way, you start at the top. You don't do that when you're ranking. You
I
start
don't
at the
give a
bottom. You
fuck,
build it
Riley.
up. You
I
start
don't
from
care.
the
I want
lowest
it's my
one.
ranking. I want to do my own ranking. Gen 7's at the top by a wide margin. Don't care about any of. If I had to get rid of every single Pokemon game except one, I would keep Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
I don't know. There's kind of been an enlightened take in the fan base recently that I'm kind of like scratching my chin about. Although, like, I haven't beaten Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so like maybe they pick up in the climax. Maybe the Rainbow Rocket shit makes it worth it. But it's kind of becoming this new like enlightened take that everyone has in the Pokemon community that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were actually kind of a downgrade from Sun and Moon.
It was just made harder. I think it was a downgrade because they introduced a weight. They upped the Pokedex number a lot, so you were kind of forced to use other Pokemon besides a lowland Pokemon. I think that's the biggest gripe for it. Also, it wasn't really like there wasn't really much added.
I think
Number
a lot of people do resent them partially because it's like The fact that they're not just stars and that they're two separate new versions is like such an obvious cash grab.
Like Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Nintendo Switch console.
Nothing's a cash grab when it's $20. Fucking kill yourself.
Do you know how much emulating or me playing the game, the physical copy that I have on my Nintendo Game Boy
Alex, I want to
Advance?
play games officially. I've always had this. You see, these fucking entitled pirators. I am a lifelong pirater, but I've always had just a very simple philosophy. If I like it and I can buy it conveniently for what I find to be a reasonable price, I will buy it. And I love Fire Red and Leaf Green. I've gotten thousands of hours of entertainment out of them already. And I am excited at the opportunity to own them on my Nintendo Switch. And I find $20 to be a very low price. And I am happy to spend it on a game that has brought me so much joy.
Number two
To
is
play it on a real Nintendo console.
number
Please
two
continue.
is got to be Ruby Sapphire Emerald. I love the region. I love the Pokemon. I love the trainers. I love the story build behind. I love the legendary. I love everything about Hoenn. So it's number two for me.
That's
Um,
one of those where like I can't even explain why I don't like it. It just didn't vibe. I don't know what it is about Hoenn. Like, oh, first of all, I like ORAS better, which I know all the fucking Hoenn fans want to shoot me in the head for. But even ORAS like aren't winning any crazy awards, and just something about Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, just like I don't know what it is. I can't even explain it in a way that's reasonable and makes sense. But it's just like something's got to be on the in the second to bottom slot, and for some reason Hoenn just didn't vibe.
I don't think you played it enough.
I've played a lot of Emerald and a lot of ORAS in my time.
It's just I don't know. It's number two. Um, Number three's got to
ORAS
be
ORAS might actually be like among my most played Pokemon games if I really think back. I did a lot of like Wonderlocks with my friends in like 2017 on ORAS. Like I put my fucking time in on ORAS. That's it might even be number one, really, thinking back. I spent a lot of childhood time fucking around on ORAS because I lost my copy of X and Y, and I think I got Sun and Moon late because I was poor. So I spent a good amount of time with ORAS because I didn't lose that when I got it after I got it.
um number three's got to be. See, that's why I did it in reverse because I can't put number four and I can't start at number four. I have to work my way down and think about the games and like, I like this one the best. Okay, I like this one second best, and then go down the line.
Yeah, well, you got to think about it. I've got the ranking ready, so yeah, that's that. It's easier for me then, I suppose.
I want to say it's X and Y, then Scarlet and Violet, but I feel like those two are interchangeable at this point. At this point,
And I know your bottom two are Gen 1 and Gen 5 because you're wrong and mean.
no, I'm not a big fan of Kanto. I will say, Kanto is at the bottom.
That's that's so fucked, man. I'm getting sick of this fucking this phenomenon. This exists in every fandom. This happens in fucking Power Rangers too. And I get upset about it on Twitter, where it's like the company goes back to the first thing a lot because it's safe, it makes money, it's recognizable. So they tap on it more than they do the other aspects of their property. And the fans who jumped in at later points begin to resent it. They're like, this is not my childhood. This is somebody else's childhood, and they keep pushing it. So I hate it inherently
I have a
because
question.
my childhood doesn't get to have as many things.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does Pokopia count for a Gen 1 remake?
I mean,
It is
I
set.
guess yes, in a very interesting way too. It's actually a very interesting extension on Gen 1's lore.
They really hit us with the Gen 1 remake and disguised it as fucking Pokeblocks. They disguised it as Minecraft, but they're like, here's a brand new game. It's like Animal Crossing. You guys are gonna have a
Every
great
time
time.
I need you to stop fucking around on houses. I need you to save all that shit for the post game, because
Mm-mm.
there's so many fucking plot details I see on Twitter that I want to discuss because they're so interesting and entertaining. But every time I do, I have to risk spoiling you because you're fucking, oh, I gotta build fucking 74 houses before I can move on in the story.
They're living in the fucking yard, Riley. I'm not gonna let them I'm not gonna let them live in the yard. They're in the yard right now. I
I they're
haven't.
Pokemon. Pokemon love living in the yard.
No, they get houses built. I'm boosting the economy. I'm getting them apartment complexes.
You probably don't even know about Sailor Dylan. I have nobody to talk about Sailor Dylan with.
Sailor Dylan?
Sailor Dylan. You don't know shit about Sailor Dylan.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't want to spoil the game for you, Alex.
I mean, I probably encountered Sailor Dylan just because I have the sailor outfit. If you're talking about Lord that came up, I don't remember what it said.
Yeah, it was so it's Sailor Dylan's diary, and Sailor Dylan is a trainer you fight at some point in Fire Red and Leaf Green. There's an already existing character from way back then, and you see his like final message that he's as he's like out at sea and he's like getting sick and he's like, oh, I don't have the strength to write anymore. That he doesn't even finish the sentence, and it's like, man, we fought that guy in our Kanto adventures, and now we've seen his final epitaph.
Look, all I have to say, it's a very good game. My autism has allowed me to not completely, but like go and terraform the entire, not the entire, but like maybe 60% of the main area. Put fences up on all the ledges, get some power over there. I'm restoring the neighborhood. I'm making it look nice.
Are you gonna start doing that thing that like all the Gen Z women were doing in 2020 with Animal Crossing, where they're just like horrifically abusing all of their residents they don't like and driving them off of their
No, no, no,
spaces?
no, no, no. I've already been not even spoiled. I was blessed by TikTok today. I found out the habitat recipe, like the combination of blocks you put down to summon to try and summon Pokemon. I was given the habitat information for Mr. Mime, which means I will never be making that habitat because I do not want him on my fucking island. I don't want him anywhere.
That's rude. That's so rude.
He shows up in the bathroom, Riley. No.
Gotta take a whiz, dude.
No, no, no. It's not that. It's a wash. I don't want him, and I will wait till the very end of the game to get him. I was also spoiled on one thing about the end of the game.
I don't even know about the end of the game.
All I was told from one single person on either TikTok or Twitter, don't remember which, was that they cried at the end of the game. And I'm like, fuck. Fuck, it's gonna be emotional. Shit. I'm not okay with this. I swear to God. I'm gonna say this now. I have not completed the game. I swear to God, if they had your trainer come down from fucking space,
From heaven.
your original trainer comes back and's like, great job, Ditto. I'm gonna leave you here, but I want you to have this to remember me. And he fucking dies. I'm gonna kill myself. Because how else
Have
is
you
Pokopia gonna end? What if Giovanni is just like, oh, my simulation is complete, ha ha ha, and then it just cuts back to Kanto.
have you seen anything about Team
No,
Rocket yet?
I know that
Okay.
they have a base, but that's it. I don't know anything about Team Rocket at all.
Okay.
I know they have a base
That's
in the main
another. Have you
area.
unlocked CDs yet? I assume that's a
CDs.
pretty early thing.
I can't play them because I don't
You
have
can't play,
access.
but have you seen the text box that introduces them into the game?
Probably when I started the game.
I don't know. Well, I asked you last time and you said no. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what you. I still
But
don't know what you're talking about, Riley. You're talking about 40+ hours ago.
you've completely forgotten it. It's just one of the funniest, probably one of the funniest dialogue boxes I've ever seen in Pokemon. Where it's like, man, yeah, it's a real shame that there was all those chip shortages or whatever. So all of your favorite music streaming services had to shut down. But now we're introducing this wacky concept from the past, a compact disc, aka CD.
It's great. That's funny. Uh, okay, so Penguin's not here, so I can talk about this. The second area, the beach, has Pikachu, Mosslax,
Yeah.
and Smear Guru. They're great. Pikachu lives with me, by the way. I'm not gonna put poor little guy in his own little home all by himself. He's gonna live with me.
Pikachu's depressing. Isn't he just like a dead Pikachu?
No, he's a Pikachu who used up all his electricity in order to save his friends.
Yeah, he's fucking dead. He used up all his electricity. Now he's a ghost. He's dead,
He's
dude.
not a ghost, he's still a Pikachu. He can still use. He can't generate his own electricity. Why is the light of God trying to suck you off into heaven right now?
Oh, don't worry about it.
But no, are you gonna get Pokopia?
No.
I think I don't know. You could probably rush through the whole thing, and
I
like
know. I know. I know it's a nice, fun game that I'll probably get something out of. I just am concerned I won't get $70 worth of something out of it. Perhaps I'm gonna wait to see if there's any sort of Pocopia sales in the future.
I already have $70 worth.
Or if I can get a pre-owned copy
You're not gonna
for a
get a
little bit
pre-owned copy,
cheaper.
Riley. Did you know Switch sales went up like 30 or 40% just on the day that Pokopia released because people didn't buy the Switch 2 originally?
Is it Switch 2 exclusive? I thought it was on both.
Nope, it's only Switch 2 exclusive. So they really went and fucked everybody over there. But it's really funny. It's really funny that like Pokopia is one the highest rated Pokemon game of all time.
Insane.
That happened before it even was released to the public, by the way, which is even crazier. I think
Wild.
the second highest rated Pokemon game is Pokemon Y. I think
Yes.
I believe Pokemon Y was the reigning champ, and then Pokopia took over, which is great. I think. Look, they
Man,
really
X and
just
Y
like.
really was Pokemania Mark II. This might be Pokemania Mark III. You see, here's the thing, right? Whenever they uncover a new Pokemania, there's always something Gen 1 tied to it. Because like they tried to recapture the magic of Gen 1 with Gen 5 by doing like all new Pokemon, and that did not work. That backfired.
Yeah, but Gen
The
5, I have
and
a
then
newfound respect for Gen 5 solely because I
yeah.
watched a YouTube video on it block while terraforming in Pokopia, and it literally went through, and they're like, "This is a reimagined version of this Pokemon. Everything is like a one-to-one copy of Gen 1, but like revamped and made new almost."
Yeah, and I really like I'm glad they did it too, because another thing that I like about Gen 5's integration into the franchise is like because all of the Pokemon are like counterparts to Gen 1 Pokemon, there was kind of an issue that existed where it's like every fucking regional dex was fluffed out by Gen 1 Pokemon because they filled in all the like boxes. It's like, okay, we got a cave, so we're gonna put Geodude here, we're gonna put Zubat here, like there were certain Pokemon that fit those boxes, and then Gen 5 happened, so now they can be like, okay, we have a cave. Are we gonna do Zubat or Woobat? Are we gonna do Geodude or Roggenrola? Like it introduced some needed diversity into regional dexes.
Yeah. Dude, Pokopia has taken over. It's so
But
bad.
yeah, so Pokemania, right? So they tried to recapture the magic of Gen 1 in black and white. Didn't work. Didn't really play with the fan base. And then X and Y they kind of tried again to like be like this is a new era, but they inserted more nostalgia into it and they put the Kanto starters, all the fucking Gen 1 Mega Evolutions. And Pokemania did happen again. X and Y fucking exploded everywhere. It was the highest rated Pokemon game on IGN for fucking 13 years. Pokemania was revived with X and Y, and it was because they starved us of Kanto, and then they fucking trickled it back in, and everybody was like, "Hell yeah!" And now
I
there's
think
Pokopia,
actually, I
which
think
is
this is
also Kanto.
I think this is Pokemania 4 technically.
One was Pokemania 3.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't as much as you hate Pokemon Go, you cannot discount that in 2016 like
Again, and what were the only Pokemon that were in that when it was blowing up?
no, it's Gen 1
Kanto.
obviously, but it was the first like people who've never touched Pokemon or even heard of Pokemon downloaded Pokemon Go.
I remember
That's
being
how
pissed at all the
influential
fucking.
like
I remember being pissed at the posers, dog. I was in school, everybody would make fun of me for being a Pokemon fan, and then suddenly everybody's coming to me about fucking Pokemon Go shit and wanting me to play Pokemon Go with them, and I'm like, you motherfuckers, you you were shitting on me. I liked Pokemon before it was cool. You fucking hack posers, get out of my fandom.
so like this is like a very very smart marketing strategy to where they're like, Switch 2 sales didn't go up that much because of ZA, but everybody
Well, because it
fucking
was on the Switch One, also.
yeah, that's the point. That's why I guarantee you that's why they made it a Switch 2 exclusive. Cuz they're like, Switch 2s aren't selling. Let's make the next Pokemon game a Switch 2 exclusive. And like the way you
Pokemon
look at
always works. Everybody thinks Pokemon's not gonna work. They're like, "Oh, Pokemon sucks now. It's not gonna fucking." And then every time it sells fucking a billion copies and it moves consoles and it's like Pokemon works, guys.
Pokemon will always work until they go either bankrupt or they just whoever created Pokemon becomes a pedophile. That's like the
Do you
only
believe?
two like
Well, I mean, even then, the franchise has become so separated from fucking Satoshi Tajiri that I don't think that would even affect it.
I feel like what would affect it is if the guy who runs Game Freak becomes a pedophile. If he
Well,
becomes a pedophile,
Have you heard? Because it's like Game Freak does the main series game development, right? But it's the Pokemon Company who actually like manages and owns the IP. Have you heard the rumors with the success of Pokopia that the Pokemon Company might be considering ending their relationship with Game Freak and going to Koei Tecmo or whatever that company that developed Pokopia is to be the new Pokemon developers?
after Gen 10, yeah. They're not going to switch developers halfway through.
No. Like Gen 10's gonna happen. I think Game Freak they have a couple more projects in the books, but I think it's only up until like 2029 that we know are Game Freak projects, and I think maybe after that they might switch to Koei Tecmo. They might even put a Koei Tecmo game in between. I feel like they're better at developing faster and gooder too. I think they might just be like a better game development company from what I've heard.
Well, everybody knows Game Freak is a small indie development company.
Of course, yes.
But like
The whole fan base already loved Koei Tecmo because they made Pokemon Conquest, which is fucking every like nerd ass Pokemon fan's wet dream is to have Pokemon Conquest again. And now the people who made Pokemon Conquest have made another certified Pokemon banger. So I could see them getting more work from the Pokemon Company.
see the wild thing is like all of my Pokemon are still living in like their original habitats. A few I had to rip them out of their homes and put them in like an actual little like leaf hut that you have to build just because like I needed one of their items from their habitat or something like that. But like pretty much everybody's still kind of chilling, but right now I'm flattening the world, doing like cliffs and stuff so I can
Yeah.
have like a little bit of diversity on the cliffs and such like that. Basic terraforming. But like that's all I've been doing because I'm playing along with Penguin, and Penguin went to the Rocky Ridges instead of going to the beach. I grinded the fuck out of the beach so quickly that I'm pretty sure I finished it in like 2 days.
Oh
And
my
ever
gosh.
since then, I was like, I'm gonna finish this game way too quickly. Let's lock in and go. Let's go hunt for Pokemon. Set up more habitats. Fluff up the Pokedex a little bit. And while I'm doing that, let's go terraform and start building houses and stuff. I'm building houses over on the beach because there's not really much terraforming to do over there because like
Yeah.
the layout of Vermilion City is pretty much there. It's like bridges and walkways and shit over there. In the main area, it's literally just like a barren wasteland of like mountain ridges and shit. So like that took a while, but also, I'm keeping this in my back pocket, and I need you to promise me not to tell Penguin.
Okay.
Penguin needs to finish Rocky Ridges and then go to the beach and find this out for herself. If you tell her, she will quit the game, alright? Please do not do that because she's finally out of the Expedition 33 mindset and she's fully in Pokopia. Do not fuck me over, alright?
I'm gonna both tell her this and then ask her to play through Expedition 33 with me. I'm gonna sabotage you fully and
I'm just not
entirely.
gonna say it now because now I don't trust you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, you're not though. Like
I am kidding. Fuck off. What is it?
there's a certain Gen 9 Pokemon that she loves that's in the beach.
Who is it?
Palmy and Palmot.
Oh, I did hear he was in the game.
Charcadet is and his evolutions are in the game as well
Hell
as
yeah, my boy, my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, Ledge.
uh Sprigatito's in the game. And then Cyndaquil as well.
Hell yeah, my boy.
Piplup and Torchic are in the game. Who else? I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. I'm hoping Alolan Raichu's in the game.
That'd be fun.
Because Pichu, Pikachu, and Raichu are. I don't know if there are Alolan forms yet. We don't. It's not like. Because Paldean, Wooper, and Clodsire are in the game, so Alolan forms are not completely off the table. Right?
True.
But at the same time, it's Kanto. So I don't know how they're going to play that. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do that. The lore is very interesting, though. It's not all where did the humans go? It's a lot of like this is what was left by humans before. Like there's letters back and forth between two fishing brothers. Um, there's remnants of like Team Rocket shit that I've heard, but not actually like no details or anything. I just know there's Team Rocket shit. Um, your Ditto can find these pieces of lore and will either learn a well, either nothing will happen, but there's a chance for certain ones where you can learn the outfit or a hairstyle of said Pokemon trainer. So they went and talked about Misty in one of the wars, and you get her hairstyle. They talk about Lieutenant Surge, so you get his outfit. Um,
Hell yeah.
and
Hell
then the
yeah.
cool one that I found that I'm pretty sure is going to be the only one I use for the entire game. I got Red's outfit because they talk about a mysterious trainer, Red, in one of the lores, and I got Red's outfit, and I was like, oh yes, thank you.
I've seen another interesting outfit that intrigues me that I want to have.
You also get Team Rocket. I know about that one.
Team Rocket's a good one. There's one that I guess I can't even spoil outfits for you. But there's one I want.
You
There's one
can
that I thought was in Scarlet and Violet, but it turned out to just be somebody's gay hair that had a similar color.
you can spoil the outfit. I don't care about the outfits. It's
It's
the
it's 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 gold, baby, or Ethan, or whatever you want to call him.
oh
The
no
Yeah,
shit. I'm telling.
yeah, dude.
That's fucking awesome. Fuck yeah, I love that. Also, the little transformations that Ditto does, not the like ones that help the environment, but like in order to swim in the water, you need to go to the beach and find Lapras. And he turns into a Lapras with a round head and a Ditto face. Um, I don't
I
know
did
what
see that.
air
I
I
have
don't know
seen
what
little Ditto
area it
Lapras.
is, but you
Great.
can turn into Dragonite with like a little Ditto face. Bro, it's like the cutest fucking Pokemon game I've ever played. It's amazing. I could talk praises all day. I see why
I've
it's the
seen.
highest rated Pokemon game of all time.
Yeah, it seems pretty cute. Maybe I will get it. It's just like
I
it's not
mean,
a game, so I'm afraid I won't play it. And $70 is a lot of money.
I
Is
will
what.
say if you get it, you can there is multiplayer and we can play prop hunt.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, they give Ditto the ability to transform into different things around him, so you can play prop hunt.
Oh,
Basically,
that is fun.
It's basic. They call
That
it hide and seek, but it's prop hunt.
that's
I saw
awesome.
another thing where they built a giant tower, two giant towers that go up and then bridge over, and you can have it's kind of like those like first one to fall off loses, and you just punch each other.
Yeah, that's great.
You get rock smash and you just punch the shit out of them. But like so far, I don't know anything about the storyline, so I'm good. I'm glad that I don't know any of that. But like the game
I've
itself is
been
very
watching
very good.
people play it, and I think my favorite thing to imagine for some reason to tie it into my Pokemon journey recently, which has been the anime, is that whenever there's a Pokemon who's owned by Ash, I imagine it's Ash's, who is just like they're trying to cope after Ash died in the apocalypse. Like I was on Gingy's stream and he was hanging out with a Squirtle, and I think the Squirtle was like upset about something, and I just was like, "Yeah, fucking Ash died in the nuclear explosion. Nothing's been the same." And and now that's just like my favorite meme.
I also like the fact that the areas like like when you start off, you're not sure what region you're in, but the more you learn, like the more lore you uncover, the more you realize that you're actually in Kanto and you start from what I understand is you start in Fuchsia City.
Mm.
That's where I think you start. I'm not entirely sure, but
That's interesting because then do you go into like the Safari Zone immediately? Because that would be my immediate thought if Fuchsia City is where you're starting.
no. We think it's Fuchsia City just because of how it connects to other areas.
But like, is the up blocked? Because that would be an immediate debunk for me that it's Fuchsia City. Because like, what about Safari Zone? It's this whole fucking huge Pokemon biome right to the north of Fuchsia City.
Hmm. Maybe, well, like the map is not like a one-to-one recreation of Kanto, by the way.
Hmm.
It's either okay, so it's either Fuchsia or Celadon, but I think
That's possible. I feel like I've heard of Celadon, but
it's
maybe I'm stupid.
it's one of the two. I can't lock it down, but if you go from Fuchsia, if you go from the main area over to the right, well, if you go through one of the gates, it takes you to what is Pewter City. There's a cycling road that takes you to Pallet with an E on the end town. And then if you go to the other area, it takes you to Vermilion. So we have those three locations locked down, but there's two other locations that I don't actually know anything about at all. I only know Pallet Town is like the go do whatever the fuck you want. There's no story here area, which is kind of funny considering that's like I don't know why they didn't have you start over there, but like I get it. It's kind of like the sandbox area. Um,
Ditto, choose your starter. Shovel, pickaxe, or what's another tool? Watering can. What will be your your partner for your journey?
but I mean, it's a very fun game. I highly recommend it. Like, if you're just the lore alone makes it worth it because it's all like it's not. Oh yeah, there was a trainer Misty. Here's her hairstyle. It's through the lens of either a newspaper article or a like actual news report of them going, yeah, we went to we went to the gym to interview a special water type gym leader, but we were turned away or something. Like it's got that like lack of information through a certain lens that makes it interesting. Like in Red's lore, where you get Red's outfit, it's through the eyes of someone trying to interview him, but they say he was a man of. They say he didn't speak
Man, a
much.
few words, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's such a good, tiny little detail. And I live for that. I love that. The fact that, like, they reference the silent protagonist in the original games. And even then, like, it's good. Like, I don't know. I've just been busy terraforming because Penguin won't go and play the fucking storyline over in Rock area to get to the beach because once she gets to the beach, I get to go to the rock area and I need to go get to the rock area because I need fucking glass. And I can't get glass in any of the other in the two areas that I have. I need to go to the rock area so I can unlock smelting, but I can't do that because I want to play along with Penguin. But she's too busy solving her housing crisis. She wants to put
Mm,
she's terraforming and doing houses same as me, but she has a lot less time. So that's the problem.
so many houses, so little time.
I just
For
got
just pennies a day, you can help a homeless Pokemon.
I also found out that you can move Pokemon from one area to another.
I see.
Do you know how fucking amazing that is? Cuz I saw a TikTok where Pokemon from the beach were over in the main area and I was like, "How the fuck did you do that, you fucking cheater?" And then I looked it up, and they're like, "Yeah, all you have to do is just have them destroy their home, have you follow them, or have them follow you, and just take them over to the other area." And I'm like, oh, "I can make the whole. I can do. Oh, that's great." There's too many good Pokemon though. I can't bring them all over to the main area because if I start doing that, then it's gonna be like gentrification of my favorite Pokemon in the main area, and they're all gonna have their own giant mansion, and then like all the other areas are gonna be like the poor outskirts, the projects, where all the rejects like Voltorb and Electrode are just like sitting there homeless.
This is
But good game, highly recommend. I mean, like I can't not recommend it after 45 hours in a week.
that's fair. My aforementioned Pokemon adventure, I need to re-get a jump on. I got fucked by the Pokemon Company not knowing ball because well, first it was so I got to Pokemon the movie 2000. I have like a guide for where the movies fall in the anime, and I'm watching them as I get to them. And I got to Pokemon 2000, and I'm trying to watch all the movies with Crow royalty. So I kind of waited a few days for her, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be busy all week because it's my birthday." As if your fucking birthday takes like a week to deal with. What are you fucking the Queen of England over here? They're throwing you a whole fucking festival, week long festival.
What? Hold on,
So
hold on, hold on. We're gonna just gloss over that. This motherfucker needs a week. A birth week. There's no way their mom was in labor for a full week to where they're
Well,
like,
she
we'll give
does
you a
have
birth
like
week.
94 different families or something. I don't know what the fuck her story is. So yeah, maybe she's just it's like how you have two Christmases, but she has like 17, and it's the same for birthdays, I
Go rent
guess.
out like a
Uh,
fucking, there's
Banquet hall.
yeah, go rent
And
out a
like,
banquet hall. Invite them all over. Families
but
1 through 18. Everybody's welcome.
so I wasn't gonna watch it with Crow Royalty, but then I've been spending. My mom's not at home right now, and my cats had an incident where, so they usually hang out in like the back porch area, but there's a hole in the like screen that they can slip out of and get outside. So I had to lock them in the house. And then at some point while I'm working and Vito's upset that he's not getting attention, he somehow, so we have this big like glass panel window in our living room, and he somehow fucked with something and broke the open close mechanism on the window, got it fucking open, and just slipped right out. And I was in the middle of like, it was like 25 minutes after I was supposed to clock out. I was in the middle of the most frustrating call I've taken yet in my new job. And I see Vito out my fucking window because I have a view of my backyard here. And I'm like, what the? He's locked in the house. How the fuck did he possibly? I literally put the customer on hold. Because the other one, the thing about the other one is he'll go out if he can. He's not like trying to break out like Vito. But if the door is open, he will go and then he'll just like hide somewhere for days. And it's like really freaky. So we don't want that to happen. So Vito breaks the fucking window. I I get Whitey, who's also out there, and I text my mother, and the only solution we could come up with is to lock them in her room. So now they've lived in my mother's room for the past few days. So I've been trying to spend a lot of my free time in that room as much as I can. And I wanted to watch Pokemon 2000 while I was in there, but then I found out the threatening the terrible news that Pikachu's Rescue Adventure, the Pikachu short, is not featured in the YouTube rental of Pokemon 2000 and cannot be officially streamed fucking anywhere. So I had no way to access it on my mother's smart TV, and thus my attempts to watch Pokemon 2000 in its purest form with the included Pikachu short were thwarted. So I haven't watched the anime in days. I really gotta get on this because I do want to get back to it. I want to get to Johto. I'm so close to my favorite generation anime.
That's wild. I'm pretty sure I have access to it.
I have access to it, but just not on my mother's smart TV.
Don't you have an HDMI cable that you can?
Yeah, I'm not bringing my laptop in there because they'll knock it over because they knock shit over all the time. So I'm not gonna bring my laptop to the prison that I've trapped them in. They'll knock it over out of spite. I have to use the tools in the room.
Get a short HDMI cable, like a foot.
And do what? Fucking hang my laptop from the ceiling? What would this accomplish? What you're saying?
Oh well, I mean, most people don't have fucking TVs on their ceiling.
Yeah, no, it's hung like in the wall.
Oh, it's
It's a flat
wall
screen.
mounted.
Yeah, it's a mounted
Is there
flat
not like a
screen.
table underneath?
Yeah, but they jump up there
Put
all
tinfoil
the
up there.
time. That doesn't work on them. They're too smart for that. They figured that one out.
Have you tried putting them in a laundry basket?
The cat?
Yeah, like an actual prison. Take a laundry basket and just
Just
flip it
fucking
upside
put them
down,
in there. Yeah, that's a good idea.
like a fucking cage. I hate cats,
But
dude. I'll abuse the shit out of cats. Not actually, but like not where I'm hurting them, but like I'll put them in fucking
You'll
laundry.
fuck with them. You'll rage bait them.
Yeah, I'll rage bait them. That's a good idea.
Bro, sometimes like Vito
So thank you everybody so much for listening. If there was anything else, good on me. If not, I'm sorry. I really dropped the ball on that one. Riley's got a link tree, linktr.ee/RIELY cinematic universe. I have a link tree, linktr.ee/COLOCHU. And it looks like Discord is gone, so thank you. We will see you guys next week. Goodbye.